Okay, so continuing from where we left off yesterday, what you're going to do is you're going to get a tank top.
You know you have to clean this up when you get done, right?
Yeah. You're going to get a tank top, and how I finished mine off, because it already had lace to begin with, was I took some spare material I had from the hood. I sewed that around the bottom, and then using a zigzag stitch, I sewed the lace on. So then what you're going to do is you're going to try it on, and you're going to figure out how low you want the neck to be. Leave it a little, don't go too deep. Keep it a little modest. Come on, girls. Or guys, I don't judge. And so then what you're going to do is you are going to measure the front of your shirt to however long you want it to be. I'm actually going to go past this line and sew the black thing that she has on there. And an easy way to do that is you're going to take puffy paint that I forgot to open. So bear with me a minute. And with the measurement of the front of the shirt that you had, figure out the width that you're going to need it. And if you have wax paper, use that. I highly suggest wax paper, but I didn't, so I'm using a plastic bag. And basically just make a zigzag kind of design that will fit on your shirt. And turn this around. So yeah, see, just...
So to finish off the shirt, you're going to take the little zigzag piece you made, and mine didn't come off quite as well as I wanted it to, basically because it was still wet. But that's okay, you just need it to the point where you can at least peel it off the paper and actually kind of mess around with it a bit. And what you're going to do is, focus camera, what you're going to do is you are just going to glue the zigzag down across the top of the shirt unless you want to sew it down, which was my original plan. But I'd like to get this finished, so I'm just going to glue it. And also, you're going to make her armbands, and how you're going to do that is just take yellow, I used fleece, you can use any material you'd like, and cut out a piece that is long enough to fit around your arm. Then I just use yarn, just cut a few holes, or you can add the word escapes me right now, but you could add like little studs to it just to keep give it a cleaner finish. But you're just gonna run black. I used yarn, and like I said, you can use shoelace, you can use basically anything you want, just as long as it's black, and we'll keep it around your arm. So that's how you finish off that. So while the little black decal thingy is drying, I decided to get started on that half skirt thing that Yuna wears. So what you're going to need first is a white shirt, and then, as you can see, I already cut it off at the armholes, so you can go ahead and get rid of that. And what you're going to do next is cut up one side, so it should open like this. Then what you're going to do is cut it depending on how long you want the panels to be. I decided on 4 separate panels, about 6 inches, 6 inches wide. So you're going to want to cut up 4 of those and then pull at each side of them to make them curl, and I will show you what that will look like. Okay, so I went ahead and added a few more panels from a spare shirt that I had. So what you are going to do next is take some fabric dye, and it's really cheap. You can get it at I'm pretty sure any Joann fabric store or anywhere that sells dye. And following the instructions on the back, what you're going to do is get 2 buckets, and you're going to fill one up with whatever. You're going to fill one up with quite a bit of dye, depending on what your instructions say, but you want to get it a very dark blue. But in the second one, you're going to only use a little bit of dye, just so you can get a very light blue. And what you'll do with each of these panels, since I can't really hold the camera and show you guys how to do this, you are going to only dip 3/4 of the material into the dark blue dye, And once that one's finished, you are going to dip 2/3 of it into the lighter dye, and it's just going to catch on the white material as well as make this one a little darker. And you're going to leave 1/3 of it at the end completely white. And that's basically what you are going to do. So I will show you guys what that will look like. So once the skirt is dry, what you're going to do is take the longest piece and lay it out like this. And then you're going to continue doing this with each piece until you are happy with the way it looks. Unfortunately, mine curled up weird when I pulled it out of the dryer, so I'm going to have to straighten that. And what you're going to do after that is you are going to sew just a straight stitch straight across like this, connecting all the pieces. And when you get done with that, take a ribbon color of your choice. I chose cobalt blue. And measure it so that there's enough that you can put it around your waist as well as tie it in a bow with stuff hanging off the end. And you are going to sew that to the top piece just so there's enough so you can tie it around your waist.